Good day, greetings students! Are you ready to learn? I'm Sir Argel Andincho and I'm here to help you explore the majestic world of Mathematics 8. So, let's start! Good day, graded students! Welcome to the 5th week of your modular distance learning in Mathematics 8 for the 3rd quarter. For this week, we'll be talking about solving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So, let's start! So before going with our main topic, let's just have first a review of triangle congruence postulates. Okay, so this topic is very important in understanding or in solving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So you just have to tell me what type of correspondence or what postulate made these triangles congruent. So looking at the markings, okay? So let's have first number 1. So we have number 1, so we can see that this is a right triangle. How did I say? So kasi meron po dyan parang upuan. So that means that is a 90-degree angle. So meaning this angle is congruent to this angle. Now we also have this segment congruent to this segment, and also this side is congruent to this side. Now you have one angle and two sides. Okay, so what are we gonna look at? Okay, we are going to look at the angle. Is the angle, okay, included? If yes, then the answer is SAS congruence postulate. That's correct. Let's go with number 2. So in number 2, we can say, ayan, makikita natin na yung tatlong, okay, corresponding sides of these two triangles are congruent. So, 3 sides, meaning what triangle congruence postulate? We have, yes, we have the SSS congruence postulate. We have number 3. Oh, we have the same. We have 3, okay, sides of this first triangle congruent to the 3 sides corresponding are 3 corresponding sides of this another triangle. So that means this is also SSS congruence postulate. How about number 4? So in number 4, you have another, yes, right angle, okay, one angle, and then a side. Okay, so we can see 2 angles and a side. So what are we gonna look? We are going to look at the side. Okay, so take note of the side. Okay, so is the side included or included in 2 angles? Okay, so if that's so, meaning, okay, the triangle congruence postulate that made these triangles congruent is the ASA congruence postulate. Okay, so if you got this all correctly, I guess you are ready with our next topic. So let's start. To start with our topic, let's first answer this question. If 2 triangles are congruent, okay, then what can we say about their corresponding parts? Okay, so Tagalogin natin. Kung mayroon ka daw dalawang triangles na congruent, ano kaya ang masasabi natin sa kanilang mga corresponding parts? Again, before going with this, ilang parts mayroon sa isang triangle? Mayroon kang 6 na parts. Ano-ano yon? Meron kang 3 sides at 3 angle. Now, kung meron kang dalawang triangles na congruent, anong masasabi mo sa 6 na parts or corresponding parts nito ng dalawang triangle? Okay, so basically, okay, madali lamang ito. Masasabi natin kaagad-agad na yung corresponding parts nila ay congruent. Kasi nga, syempre, yung dalawang triangles ay congruent. Hindi sila magiging congruent kung hindi congruent yung corresponding parts nila. Okay, tatandaan po yun ha. Kapag ka po may dalawa kang congruent triangles, laging tatandaan na yung corresponding parts nila ay congruent din. So let's first determine the corresponding parts of triangle SUN and triangle DOK. Triangle Sun, triangle Doc, Sun Doc. Okay, so we have First, side SU. So this side SU is corresponds to, yes, side DO. We have side UN that corresponds to side OK. Next, we have side SN that corresponds to side DK. Bakit sila yung magkaka-corresponding? Meaning po kasi, pag pinagpatong ko yung dalawang triangle na ito, sila yung parts na magkakapatong. Okay? Angles. Angle S corresponds to angle D. Angle U corresponds to angle O. Angle N corresponds to angle K. Okay? So let's apply that idea in solving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Again, so let's consider triangle sun and triangle dock as congruent triangles. Okay, so ayan, so we have these two triangles as congruent triangles. Now, with these two triangles as congruent, let's have 6 congruent statements based on their parts. Bakit 6? Kasi meron po tayong 6 na parts ng triangle. So we have the first one. Okay, segment SU is congruent to segment DO. Bakit daw po sila congruent? Because they are corresponding and the two triangles are congruent. Okay, next. We have segment UN is congruent to segment OK. Okay, bakit sila congruent? Kasi sila po ay corresponding. Sir, bakit yung UN sa OK, hindi sa DO? Kasi pag pinagpatong ulit yung dalawa, sila yung magkapatong. Therefore, they are corresponding. Next, SN is congruent to DK. Kasi po, they are corresponding. Therefore, since they are located in triangles that are congruent, therefore, they are congruent. Next, we have angle S is congruent to angle D. Bakit po sila congruent? Okay, kasi po si angle S corresponds to angle D and the two triangles are congruent. Next, we have angle U is congruent to angle O. Bakit po sila ang congruent? Kasi sila yung corresponding. Okay? And the two triangles are congruent. Okay. Next, angle N and angle K is also congruent. Considering that the two triangles are congruent and these two angles are corresponding, therefore, they are congruent. Now, let's apply this ideas, okay, of congruent statements and congruent triangles with measurement. So, let's have first example. Ayan. So, let's have, if SU is 12 centimeter, ayan. So, ito daw ay 12 centimeter. What is the measure of DO? Ito. Ano daw kaya yung DO? Now, in answering problems like this, first, you have to identify what's the relationship between the two parts. You have SU and DO. Looking at the triangles, what can we say about their relationship? Okay, so kanina pa nating nababanggit. Sila ay corresponding. Okay, so first, meron ka ng relationship. Now, alamin mo ngayon yung given. What is the given? Ang given natin, sinasabi that the two triangles wherein they are located, the triangle sun and triangle dock, since, okay, so ito daw ay congruent. Okay, so meron ka ulit. Una, relationship ng dalawa, corresponding sila. Tapos yung dalawang triangles, congruent pa. Sa kanina ko pang sinasabi, what can we say about corresponding parts of congruent triangles? Okay, we can say that they are congruent. So, if the sides are congruent and SU is 12 centimeter, what can we say about DO? Okay, syempre, 12 din po kasi nga congruent, equal. Ano? So, meaning, 12 cm din po si BO. What's the reason? Kasi po, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Always remember CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay? Let's have example number 2. If, okay, the measure of angle N, okay, sir, paano nga po ulit nyo binasa yon? Hindi ko siya binasa as if MLN, hindi po yun. Paano siya basahin? If the measure of angle N is equal to 60 degrees, what is the measure of angle K? First step, alamin ang relationship ng dalawa. We have angle N and angle K. Tingnan sa iyong triangle. Angle N, okay, angle K. Now, what can we say about these two angles? Okay, they are corresponding parts of two triangles. Now, second step, alamin ang given. What can we say about the two triangles? The two triangles are congruent. Therefore, what can we say about the two angles? The two angles, since they are corresponding angles of congruent triangles, they are congruent. No, now, since, okay, angle N is 60 degrees, what is angle K? Siyempre, 60 degrees. At bakit? Okay, because corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent, or simply because CPCTC. Okay? So, that's it. Again, always remember that corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. CPCTC. Laging tatandaan na kapag mayroon kang dalawang triangles, okay, meaning ang corresponding parts nila ay syempre congruent na din. CPCTC. Okay, so let's try applying CPCTC in algebra. Okay, let's apply algebra in geometry. How do we do it? Let's have example number 1. We have, consider triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. Okay, so find the measures of AC and YZ. Again, what's the first given? Ito daw, dalawang triangle na ito ay congruent. Okay, meron ka ng hint. Now, alamin mo ngayon daw ang measure ni AC, ito yon, yung X, at ni YZ, yung X minus 3. Paano natin yan naalamin? Okay, let's watch this. Okay, so again, let's go with example number 1. So it says that, okay, consider triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. Now, let's find the measures of AC and YZ. Okay, so the first thing is draw your triangles. Okay, so we have triangle A, B, C, and we also have triangle X, Y, Z. So these two triangles are congruent based on the given. So with this given, we also have AC as X, and then we have BC as 8 centimeters. And then we also have, XC 12 centimeters, and then YC, Z is X minus 3.
Now, we have to find the value or the measurement of AC and YZ. So, let's first find AC. Okay, segment AC. Now, in finding the measurement of segment AC, we have to first consider, again, look at the of the given. So, we have to consider ABC, this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Now, what do we know about two triangles? What can we say about their corresponding sides and angles? Okay, so yun ang dapat nating malaman. Yun yung dapat alam natin na idea. Kaya naman, alamin muna natin ang corresponding side ni AC doon sa kabilang triangle. If this is AC, so ito yung corresponding side niya, which is XZ. Tama ba yun? So, corresponding po sila. Now, with this idea, the two triangles are congruent, and this idea that these two segments are corresponding, what can we say about them? So, we can say that AC is congruent to XZ. Okay, now, if they are congruent, so alam na natin yung relationship, alam na natin yung given, what can we say about their measures? So, you have the measure of AC is X, and then that is equal kasi congruent yung dalawang parts, meaning the values are equal. Since XC is 12 cm, meaning X is 12 cm. And yung X yung po yung measure ng AC, meaning AC is equal to 12 centimeters. Basic? Okay, let's go with finding YZ. So, how do we find YZ? First, look at your triangles. Where is YZ? Ito po yun. Now, we have to consider that these two triangles are congruent. Do not forget that. Okay, so you have YZ. How do we know it? Okay, so first, find the corresponding side of YZ. Ito siya, so ito yung kanyang corresponding side. So we have BC. Okay, so they are congruent. Sorry. So let's take a look at their measures. So we have YZ is X minus 3. Okay, since they are congruent, the parts are congruent, the values are equal. And then we have 8. Saan nanggaling yung 8? Ito po yun. Measure po ni BC. YC is X minus 3. BC is 8. Now, using algebra, okay, how do we solve for this? Okay, so we have X minus 3 is equal to 8. Okay, so unang paraan pwede natin gawin is iiwanan natin yung variable dito sa left side of the equal sign. So you have X. Now, meron kang 8. Ngayon, saan na napunta yung 3 mo? Lumipat na po siya doon. So, you have X is equal to 8. Since ito ay minus 3 dito, pag inilipat mo na siya, magiging plus 3 na po siya. So, you have X is equal to 8 plus 3. You have 8, 9, 10, 11. Therefore, X is equal to 11. Nahanap na ba natin si YZ? Ang hinahanap po kasi natin ay YZ. Ang measurement po ni YZ ay X minus 3. Sulat natin yon. YC is equal to X minus 3. Ngayon, ang hinahanap natin is X minus 3. Ang meron lang tayo ay X. Okay? X lang po ang meron tayo. So, how do we know it? So we have YZ is equal to X minus 3. Ano nga po ulit yung X natin? Ito po yun. 11. Okay? So, you have 11 minus 3. YZ, or the measurement of YC, is equal to, what is 11 minus 3? That's 8 centimeters. So, that's it.
Okay, let's have example number 2 naman. Okay, so yung kanina, ang inaalam natin is yung sides. In-apply natin yung yung algebra sa geometry. Now, let's have example number 2. We still have to consider that triangle ABC is still congruent to triangle XYZ. Okay? Now, we have to find the value of Y and the measure of angle B. Okay. So, we have, anong hinahanap natin? ang value ng y at saka yung angle B. Okay, so how do we do it again? Let's watch this.
Okay, let's go with example number 2. Okay, so it's the same. You have to consider, okay, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. Now, if these two triangles are congruent, find the value of y and the measure of angle B. So, dalawa nga hanapin natin. The value of y at the measure of angle B. First step, draw your triangles. So, you have, okay, so two triangles. Ano nga po ulit yun? We have A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And then we also have the given measurements. So, this one is 90 minus y degrees. And then this one is 13 degrees. Now, considering all these facts, what can we say? How do we find the value of y? Okay, so first, let's take a look where is y. So, ito yung y. Ito yon. Okay, so ano yung may mga values ka? Ito yon. Again, we are solving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Congruent silang dalawa. Now, kapag meron kang congruent triangles, para mas madali ang buhay mo, alamin mo kagad, okay? Alin yung corresponding parts. Kasi pag nakita mo yung corresponding parts, alam mo na congruent sila. So, let's consider angle A, B, C. Ito yung angle A, B, C. Okay? It corresponds to angle X, Y, Z. Okay, X, Y, Z. Or simply, angle B corresponds to angle Y. Yung nasa gitnang letters. Now, anong alam natin kapag corresponding yung dalawang parts at congruent yung dalawang triangles? Simply, they are congruent. So, angle B is congruent to angle Y. Now, let's take a look at their values. Substitute natin yon. Okay, so you have 90 minus y, tinanggal ko na yung degrees muna for the meantime, is equal to 13. Okay? Ayan. So, we are solving for y. So, alin ang iiwanan natin dito? Yung y. Pero may negative siya. So, you have negative y is equal to 13. Okay? Minus 90. Saan po nanggaling yung minus 90? Ito yung 90, inilipat ko sa kabila. Okay po yan. So, you have negative y is equal to 13 minus 90. That's probably negative 77. Okay. So, sir, okay na ba yan? Hindi pa po kasi negative ito. Ang hinahanap natin ay positive y. So, para mawala yan, divide both sides by negative 1. Okay? So, you have y is equal to 77. That is your y. Meron ka na nito. Ngayon, ang sunod nating hanapin is the measurement of angle B. Okay, so you have measurement of angle B. Okay, ito yon. Ano nga ulit ang measurement of angle B natin? Base dito ay 90 minus y degrees. Okay, now, how do we find the value or the measurement? So, you have the measurement of angle B is equal to 90, tanggalin ko lang for the meantime yung degrees, minus y, which is 77. Okay? So, the measurement of angle B is equal to 90 minus 77, that is 13 degrees. Okay? And this makes sense kasi angle B corresponds to angle Y. So, meaning they are corresponding and they are congruent. So, that's it.
Okay, in solving problems involving corresponding parts of two congruent triangles, you must always remember that when you have two congruent triangles, that means the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. CPCTC. And so, you have to locate the corresponding parts that are congruent. Next, formulate an equation if the given involves solving for any variable. Ano yung variable? Ito yung mga letters like X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Yun. Then, solve algebraically with the help of the properties of equality you learned in the previous lesson. Okay? Laging tatandaan yung aking itinuro kanina kung paano i-solve, okay, ang variable, paano i-solve ang parts, okay, of corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, now, let's go with your learning task. Number 1. Okay. Yes, napakadali lamang ng inyong learning task number 1 dahil ito'y tatatlo lamang. I know. Now, direction. Copy and answer the following on a piece of paper. Sir, copy and answer po ba? Opo. Next, consider triangle ABC and triangle DEF and the conditions given for each a number, then solve for X. Ang hinahanap po ay X. Hint. Draw the triangles first, then label them properly to guide you in solving for X. Okay, so ang hint, mag-drawing ka daw muna ng dalawang triangle na mayroong, okay, nakasulat na label na A, B, C or A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, bahala ka kung paano itsura ng triangles mo. Then, label them correctly. Then, look at the given conditions. We have segment AB is equal to X plus 3. And segment DE is equal to 67 cm. What is the value of X? Next, given is that AC is equal to 5X minus 31. And then DF is equal to X plus 1. What's the value of X? Okay, so gagamitan niya ng algebra yan. Number 3, if angle BCA is equal to 5x plus 70 quantity degrees and angle EFD equals to 24 minus 25, 24x, sorry, that's 24x minus 25 degrees, what is the value of X? Okay, again, that's 24x. Okay. Yan. So, saan po isusulat? Sa papel, kopyahin at sagutan. Copy and answer. Now, ayan, let's go with your performance task number 1. Performance task. Okay? Now, here is the general question for your performance task. Is it possible to show that two triangles are congruent without showing that all 6 pairs of corresponding parts are congruent? Let's look for a shortcut. Okay, so what are the materials needed? Ito po yung mga materials na kakailanganin. You have bond paper, kahit anong size, short, long, A4, kahit anong kulay. Okay? Next, straw. Yung straw na ginagamit pang sip, okay? Panghigop. Or, kahit ano pang thin sticks na available. Kahit sanga ng puno ng mangga. Okay? Yung strands ng inyong walis tambo, walis tingting, or kahit ano pa man. Basta kung anong available sa inyo. Hindi bibili. Next, scissors. Okay, gunting, ruler, glue, at saka lapis or ballpen. Next. Yan, let's look at the procedures. Ipapaliwanag ko isa-isa. Okay, so meron ka ngayong mga materials, handa na. So, let's first work with sides. Unang step, draw a triangle on a band of paper. Kahit gaano kalaki, bahala ka na. Okay? Next, copy the measurement of each side of the triangle using your straw. Okay, so kokopyahin mo yung measurement nito ng iyong triangle na ginawa na yung dinrawing sa yung bond paper. Okay? Paano mo kokopyahin yung measurement? Gamit ang ruler. Tapos pagka nakuha mo na, halimbawa, ang nakuha mo ay 5 inches. Okay, 5 inches mo, sumukat ka ng straw na 5 inches din. Okay, so meron kang tatlong parts, tatlong sides yun. Next, arrange the pieces, arrange mo yung straw, yung sticks mo, so that they form a triangle. Okay? And then, answer these questions. Okay? Sasagutan mo to mamaya pag nandun ka na sa dulong part. Okay? Next, let's work with angles. Same lang din. Pero, draw a triangle again. Bahala ka na kung gaano kalaki. Now, copy each angle of the triangle. Using the straw or any stick, it is okay if the measures of the sides are not or may not be equal. Again, ang tinitingnan natin dito ay angle. So, wag mong pansinin yung iyong sides. Okay. O halimbawa, ang angle mong nakuha gamit yung straw mo ay ito lang. Kalahati na rin, tapos kalahati na rin. Okay lang yun. Hindi kailangan kasukat na kasukat din na rin ng sides. Ang kailangan kasukat ay yung angle. Okay po. Ang kailangan pong kasukat ay yung angle. Okay, next. Arrange the pieces. So, meron ka dapat ganito. So, ito bali siguro dalawang straw. Magkapagkit na ganyan. Dalawang straw. And then, dalawang straw. Okay? Ang sinukat dyan yung sulok. Yung angle. Okay? Hindi yung sides, ha? Then, arrange mo sila. Bumuo ka ulit ng triangle. Sagutan mo ulit ito. Okay? May madidiscover tayo dyan sa dalawang ito. May madidiscover tayo dun sa dalawang triangles na yun kung tama ang ginawa mo. Okay, next. Paste your outputs on a piece of bond paper, any size or color, and then label them properly. Lagyan nyo ng label. Kung gusto nyo ABC, pero bahala kayo. Kung gusto nyo pangalan nyo, basta 3 letters. Yung dalawa. So, bali 6. You may use any letters to label them. Ayun na nga. And then, write your answers for each question on your bond paper. You do not have to copy the procedures on your bond paper. Sir, kokopyahin pa po ba lahat? Hindi na po. You do not have to copy the procedures on your bond paper. Ano lang ang makikita mo doon sa bond paper? Una, yung dinrawing mo na triangle. Pangalawa, yung binuo mong triangle gamit yung straw. At pangatlo, yung mga sagot mo sa tanong. Okay, 2 set yun na ganon. Next, you may put some designs for aesthetic purposes, bahala kayo, and it should not affect the measurement of the triangle. Ito ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat. Hindi ninyo kinakailangan lumabas o gumastos para sa performance task na ito. Maaaring gumamit ng kahit na anong available na material sa inyong bahay. Hindi kailangan bumili, hindi kailangan lumabas. Paano kayo gigradean? Here's the rubric. Okay? First, accuracy. Okay, kapag tama ang pagsunod sa inyong sa instruction, sa procedures, at kapag tama ang mga kasagutan sa mga katanungan. Okay, 20 points. Creativity and neatness. Okay, the output is aesthetically pleasing. Tapos, naging resourceful ka sa mga ginamit mo. Mga ginamit mo halos recyclable, magandang tingnan yung iyong output. That's also 20 points. And timeliness, pag pinasa mo on time, matik 10 points yun. So, you have 50 points for this performance task. So, gawin ito ng ayos. Okay? Dahil ito ay performance task. So, good luck! Ayan, do not forget to write your reflection on the comment section below. So that's it.
And that's it for now, students. Thank you for joining me in exploring the majestic world of Mathematics 8. See you on our next video lesson. Again, I'm Sir Arjel Licho saying, enjoy mathematics. Goodbye!